Alright, so, hi guys. So I am back with another video, guys, okay? Now this video I really don't want to talk about too much, okay? I really didn't want to talk about it too much, alright? It is about that McDonald's video that is going around, guys. But in order for me to get it off of my mind and just move on from it, I just decided to make a video about it so I can get my feelings out of the way and I can just move on, pretend like it never happened, okay? Because number one, I hate the video, okay? I'm sorry, but to each his own. Whoever made it, that's them. They can make the video. I'm not judging. You can do what you want to do, okay? But for me, I just hate that the video was made because we are not thinking about kids when we make videos. And I understand that before people go out on social media and make videos, they're not being like, oh, kids are watching, kids are gonna think this. Okay, they are just worrying about mostly making the video for fun or to get views or to go viral. So everybody is not worrying about the kids and stuff. So, and I don't know, but when a kid gets alone and they look at videos like something like about that incident, how do they feel? You know, they are going to have their own little perspectives of the videos. And, I mean, I'm sure that video is going to be like, if the kids take it serious enough, I'm sure it's going to be causing problems in households now, because there are people that actually do things like that. Sometimes if a person doesn't have custody of their kids and they come and see their kids, they do tend to bring just their kid things. And I'm not saying that is wrong, because if you have kids with, let's say, like if a guy has kids with a woman, if he has just one and the lady has four, but she has four different baby daddies, that is not your responsibility to take care of all of them. I mean, if you want to be nice, like, you can bring all of them stuff sometimes, or even all the time, if you have the funds. But if you don't have the funds and you're just trying to provide for your own child, nothing is wrong with that. But the thing is, what I guess the person that made the video was trying to say is how it is making the other kids feel. Of course, the guy's not going to worry about that because those aren't his kids. You're not in a relationship and those aren't his kids. Now, if you were in a relationship, you must bring everybody, okay? But I'm going to speak on the fact that you're not in a relationship and you bring only for your child. Now, when I was growing up in my household, rest in peace to my mother, but my mother always had a rule in our household: if you bring for one, you bring for all. And it was four of us. Okay, so you bring for one, that means you need to be coming up there with four bags. I don't know how she would feel about that situation, because we basically had the same fathers, okay? And it's two fathers, but then my father, like, just treated the other one that didn't have the same father just like we couldn't tell that it wasn't hers. So everything that we got, she got also, which was perfect, and that's how people are supposed to do. But that's because my mom and my dad were in a relationship. So just to say, so let's talk about if you're not in a relationship, because with me, that's a definite. If I'm in a relationship with you and you know that I have 8 kids and you want to be in this relationship, you better bring all 8, okay? I don't care if one is yours if we're in a relationship. If we're not in a relationship, then you can supply for your one. It's okay. But then you have to think about the other kids. If I have 4 kids and little Timmy's dad wants to bring him McDonald's all the time, I'm going to be proud, number one, that he wants to take care of his kid and feed his kid and is paying to feed his kid. Okay? Now, in my household, I have to look at the other kids because I'm just a caring mother like that. Now, I only have one, so I'm just saying if I had 4. But I'm going to look at the other 3 and see how they feel. and I'm gonna take little Timmy's food, and I'm gonna have in that hamburger in 4 slices, and I'm gonna have in those fries with 4. And why am I gonna do this? Because it's teaching them how to share. It's teaching them how to love each other and how to be close to each other. It's teaching them that neither one of you are better than the other. Neither one of you are specialer than the other. Okay? Neither one of you is getting treated any better than the other. Okay? And so, even though that might seem crazy and that might seem as if little Timmy is not going to have much, little Timmy is going to get time to spend with his dad, and that cannot be something that the other kids probably could, you know. So little Timmy is having time with his dad, and little Timmy is also having McDonald's. Okay, so during those times, if it was me, when the father wants to bring little Timmy his special stuff and things like that, you know, um, I'm gonna be proud. Why would I be sad that you're taking care of your kid? The only thing is, as a mother, I would have to not replace, but I would have to fill that spot for the rest of the children, because I had 4 kids with 4 different dads. Okay, that's common sense. I don't expect for little Timmy's dad, and if we're not in a relationship, I don't expect for little Timmy's dad to come up with 4 bags all the time. Now that could be by the kindness of little Timmy's dad heart. But if he had the funds, that would be good. I would say, sure, go ahead, bring all of them some. But that is not an expectation, because that is not his job to supply for other kids other than little Timmy, because that's his child. Now, I would go, sometimes we would not split little Timmy's food. Sometimes we would let little Timmy have his, and the rest of the kids are going to go places that they want to go to eat if I have the funds, to make up the fact that they're not feeling left out, that little Timmy is always getting this. But you better believe every time we're going to get a taste, not we, because, you know, I don't want it, but, you know, the rest of the kids are going to get a taste of what little Timmy had. Now, if he brings some stuff like toys and things like that, then that's where we're going to have a talk, and then I will try my best to, you know, make that up to them also. But letting them be left out, never. Okay, if I had more than 1 kid, they would never be left out of the bunch, I guarantee that. And, you know, I would even order a pizza